years ago today, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke in front of thousands of people to give his I Have a Dream speech. 50 years later, tens of thousands of people, including those from around the tri-state, marched to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C. to remember the freedoms King fought for. 9 on Your Side reporter Amy Wattis is live with the words of one woman celebrating a special day at the march. Amy?
Julie, that's right. Among the thousands of people who converged on Washington, D.C. today was one Cincinnati woman who wasn't just celebrating the March on Washington, she was also celebrating her birthday.
Thousands of people gathered at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. Among the thousands was Cincinnatian Rhonda Phillips, born 50 years ago today.
50 years and celebrating 50 years. I am actually living the dream. I am an entrepreneur. I work. I am doing exactly what it is that our forefathers marched and fought for.
In the van is Martin Luther King.
50 years ago, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech. King was among the leaders who organized the March on Washington. They hoped to end racial segregation in public schools, end discrimination in the workplace, and protect civil rights workers from police brutality. Today, the thousands who marched in our nation's capital also pledged that Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream include equality for gays, Latinos, the poor, and disabled.
My dad fought for civil rights and marched and fought and so many others, and I'm living the dream and I'm proud, and I thank Jesus for being able to do that.
Among the speakers at today's march was Ohio State Representative Alicia Reese of Cincinnati. Reese wants to see a voter Bill of Rights state constitutional amendment launched in the Buckeye State and across the U.S. This comes in response to the Supreme Court's decision to strike down Section 5 of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. She says she'd like to see concrete rights given to voters that would extend access to polls, protect voters against voter intimidation and disenfranchisement, and ensure a citizen's right to vote. Amy Wattis, 9 on Your Side.